The prophecy of iron and clay revealed. Daniel chapter 2 verse 28 to 49. Then Daniel said to King Nebuchadnezzar, King, but there is a sovereign one whom is called Elu'hymn. And whom is the sovereign one, and whom is my sovereign king, and whom is the sovereign king whom is called and the Holy One. And whom is the sovereign one of all the heavens, and the earth. And whom is the only sovereign one, whom alone can reveal to us all secrets, and whom can make known to you the interpretation of your dreams, and also your visions, O King Nebuchadnezzar. And also whom can reveal to us what shall come to be in the latter days. And whom can reveal to thee all the dreams, and also these visions that you have seen while you were sleeping upon your bed. Even all the hidden dreams which are trapped in thy head, and also your visions that these wise men couldn't reveal to you. But as far as thine revelation and thine interpretation of your vision goes, O king, it was unraveled to me like this. And these were the thoughts that came into thine mind while you were dreaming upon your bed. And this is also the revelation of your dream, and the interpretation of your vision, and also of the things that should come to pass hereafter, and this was revealed to you because Elu has revealed these secrets to me, and because he has made known to me what shall come to pass in the near future. But not because of me, and anything special that I have done, but it is because of you that Elu has revealed these vision and these dreams to me. And why he has revealed these secrets to you, and which have being revealed to me. And it's not because of any wisdom that I have more than any other person, but it is because of you, and also because these revelations came for our sakes, so that Elu could made known to us his intentions by his revelation and by the interpretation of these visions. And for thee, O king. So, that Elu, whom is the sovereign one of heaven, might reveal to you his power and his might, and for to know your thoughts, and also the intent of your heart. And also that you might acknowledge and also that you would learn to fear whom is the Holy One, whom is the Almighty and whom is the Holy One, whom is called Elu, and whom is the sovereign one, whom is the eternal King. And the sovereign head whom you have seen. And King you have behold Elu, and the Elu'hymn, and the Holy One, whom is the great sovereign. And whom is this great King, and whose sighting and brightness was excellent, and whose glory you stood before. And whose eousness was shrouded in power and glory, and whose form was as a brilliant light, and whom appearance was as the odd. And whose sighting was awesome and dreadful sovereign. And then you saw this other image which had a head and which was made of fine gold, and its breast and its arms was of silver, and its belly and its thighs was made of brass. And its legs was of iron, and its feet were partly of iron, and partly of clay. And king, what you have behold was Elu, whom is the odd? And also the sovereign head, and whom you saw when he destroyed this idol, this image of God, and this was the vision that you saw. When Elu destroyed its head, and its body and its feet, and this was your dream, O king, that you was dreaming about, until a stone was cast down from heaven, and Elu cut down the image, and then it broke it into pieces, and it was left without hands, and then Elu destroyed the image, and then Elu broke off its feet. And then the feet and the toes that were made with iron and clay was destroyed by Elu, and then image was broken into pieces. Then was the iron, and the clay, and the brass, and the silver, and the gold, was broken into pieces, and that they couldn't be seen any more. And then there wasn't any place left for them in his earth, and then they were removed from his earth, and they wasn't found any more. And then Elu, and his stone that smote the image. It became the holy kingdom of Elu, and also it became a great mountain. And then his holy kingdom began to fill his whole earth. And King Nebuchadnezzar, this is thy dream that Elu has shown to me, and this was your vision and your dream that you saw. And I will now tell you the interpretation that Elu has shown to me. O King Nebuchadnezzar, he is this sovereign king. And he's the King of kings. And he's the Holy One, whom is the head, and his kingdoms is this kingdom that is made of fine gold, King Nebuchadnezzar. And he's the sovereign King of heaven. And have given you a kingdom, in E's earth, and also power, and also strength, and also glory, and also a kingdom, and also fame, and also wheresoever the children of men are dwelling, and also where the beasts of the field are gathered, and also where the fowls of the air have gathered, and even in many lands which are under E's heavens. And it is because of Elu, why you have been given power, and this kingdom, and it is also because have placed their well-being, and also their care into thine hands. And it is because of whom is the sovereign one, and why you are so famous, because it is because is the sovereign one whom have made thee ruler over them all. So, King Nebuchadnezzar, you are the head of the fourth kingdom. And after thee shall arise another kingdom, a fifth kingdom which shall be inferior to thines. And also after thines there shall arise another one which shall be the sixth kingdom, and which shall be of brass, and which shall bear rule over all E's earth. And then there shall arise a seventh kingdom which shall be as strong as iron, and much of it shall be rule like the rule of iron. And as iron cannot break, so would it break the people them into pieces. And so would it be used to subdue men and also other nations, and it would be used also to break many things into pieces. And so it would be used to break all of these other kingdoms. And it shall break them into pieces, and it shall bruise them. And whereas thou saw that the feet of this idol and its image, that its toes were made partly of potter's clay, and that it was partly of iron, it means that this kingdom shall be divided. But there shall be in it the strength of iron. And inasmuch as thou saw that the iron was mixed within the miry clay, and also the toes, and also the feet were partly made of iron, and also partly of clay, and that this kingdom was partly strong, and partly broken. And whereas thou saw that there was a seventh kingdom which had within it the 10 toes, and which was created with iron, and also which was mixed with the miry clay, and that it was partly broken. And also means that they would implant the seed of men into the iron, and that they would become intermingled with them. And that when they themselves became impregnated with the seed of men, that their offspring themselves, that they wouldn't cleave one to another, like the offspring of human beings. Like even the mixture of oil and water which doesn't mix. So, would those that were created would be. And so would those be which are clones, and also those that were their creation, and those which were born from that process. So that they that were born of this process, they wouldn't be born mixed. And so would their creation be, and also of those that were carrying children, and those which were born within these false wombs which became flesh, because they weren't born mixed with iron and clay, even those iron and clay don't mix. And this was why they weren't the same as those that were born by humans' flesh. And King Nebuchadnezzar, this was the idol and image you saw, whose head and its breast and its thigh, and its feet with the toes which fell down together, and they all became like the chaff on the summer threshing floors. And then the wind blew them off. And then the chaff was carried away. And so thus would all those who weren't being born by real humans. Even though they were all able to be born and become humans, they weren't able to be born mixed with iron and clay. But they became flesh. But in the days of these creations, when they would begin to be multiply, and in the days that these creatures begin to thrive and mingle amongst us, then Elu would return. The Elu would destroy all these inventions, and also these humans that are clones, and also all those creations which were hybrid beings, and also which were these humanoid robots, and also those which were born from humans and humanoid robots, and also those which were from the creation of these AI. And also those which came about because of the creation of man's intellect, and which came about from these humanoid robots. And also from those beings which came about because of the creation of robots, and which came about, and which were the children of these fully sexually capable machines, and also of these robots which became capable of giving birth from the conception of the seed of men within the artificial wombs of these humanoid robots. And at the time of the end, when Elu, the sovereign king of all the heavens and the earth, shall come, then he shall vanquish them and destroy them all. And then all these man-made humanoid robots and all these hybrid creations, they all shall be destroyed. Then Elu, the sovereign king of heaven shall set up his holy kingdom in his earth, and this would be the time of his holy kingdom reign, and the time when Elu shall establish a holy kingdom which shall never be destroyed, and then his holy kingdom shall never have in it any of these kinds of human contraptions, be it any of these humanoid robots, nor neither anything that are clones nor any such beings which were born from humanoid robots, nor of any one that were born being a clone, and of those that were human hybrids. But his holy kingdom would only consist of only those beings who were being born again by Elu, and of those who would be like his holy angels, and from those who were once human beings and from whom would be resurrected, and then they would be emanated by Elu'hymn, even from all those who shall be left. And then his holy kingdom shall be the only kingdom that shall be left. And all those beings that would be emanated, they shall be of his holy people. And none of these clones or wannabe human beings would ever again allow to exist. Nor either would there be any of these cloned people. Because Elu shall destroy them, and his kingdom would thrive in harmony and peace. And Elu shall consume all the god and the idols and images. And none of these things shall ever again allow to exist. And not even Satan shall exist. And neither shall Satan's kingdom ever again exist. But only his holy kingdom shall exist. And only his holy kingdom shall be standing forever. And Daniel, inasmuch as thou saw that the stone which shall destroy the 10 toes, which was partly broken, because that was the kingdom which had the man-made clones, and also these hybrids beings, and also these humanoid robots in it, that Elu would destroy them totally. And also Satan's government, and also his kingdom, and it all shall be cut off by Elu. And at the coming of Elu'hymn, and when Elu shall come down from his heavens to establish his holy kingdom in his earth, and when he shall begin to reign as the sovereign Elu'hymn, and as the only sovereign one in his earth. And this is when Satan and their existence would be cut off forever, and when his holy kingdom come down in his earth. And then the kingdoms which were once Satan's, and whom was once known as God, and whose kingdom wasn't built by his, because Satan doesn't have any hands nor feet, would be vanquished forever. Because his holy kingdom shall break Satan's kingdom into pieces, and even his world government. And also this world's military, and also all the humanoid robots and their clones, and also their weapons which were made with the iron, and the military brass. And even those beings which were called clones, and also those that were human hybrids, and also those beings which came about because of the iron and clay, or because of the robots and because of humans' robots' insemination, and the children from these robots which were created with the seeds of men, and also with their silver, and their gold. And then Elu, whom is the great sovereign one, and whom is the Almighty, would begin to reign in his earth. And he, whom is the true sovereign king, and whom is called Father, and also whom is the Holy One, and whom have made all of us, would reign forever. And then he, whom is the only true sovereign, and whom have made his heavens and his world, and whom have made known to us these sayings, and also whom have revealed to me these revelations, and also for us, and for you, O king, and for you to know your future, O King Nebuchadnezzar, that Elu shall certainly come to establish his holy kingdom in his earth, and to fulfill all these prophecies, and also all these revelations, and also all these sayings, and also all these things that shall come to pass in the near future and also in the hereafter. And this dream, and its interpretation is certainly true. And this interpretation is certainly going to come to pass. Therefore it's going to happen as Elu have said for sure. Then King Nebuchadnezzar fell down upon his face, and he began to worship Daniel's sovereign king. And then he commanded that they should offer some gifts to Daniel. And also that they should make an oblation to Elu, of sweet odors. And also an offering to Elu'hymn, whom is Daniel's sovereign. Then King Nebuchadnezzar answered Daniel. And he said to Daniel, Daniel, is this true? And if it is the truth, then it is, that he is the only true sovereign. And that he is not like any god which is made of man's hands and of silver and gold. But Elu is a true sovereign king, and also a revealer of secrets. And seeing that alone he could have revealed all of these secrets. Then the king made Daniel a great man, and gave him many great gifts. And then he made him a ruler over the whole province of Babylon. And he also made Daniel the chief of the governors, and also the chief of the wise men. And Daniel was the chief wise man who was over all the wise men of Babylon. Then Daniel requested that the king should also make his friends a part of the king's affairs. And then Daniel set Shadrach, and Meshach, and Abednego over the affairs of the province of Babylon, but Daniel, he was the chief governor, and he sat in the gate of the king. Thank you. The end.